Welcome back to Cube League Season 6. I'm Persiferous.
I'm Mr. Control.
This week we've got the drafting table looking like this. We've got Heartbreaker in Seat 1.
We got the Judge in Seat 2.
HanClinto, our feature drafter, in Seat 3.
In Seat 4, we got Yaza.
Seat 5, we've got the Beatdown.
Seat 6, we got Dr. No.
Seat 7, we've got Sir Brew-A-Lot.
In Seat 8, we got Dispersity.
So this week it looks like HanClinto and YYY are going to be playing against Heartbreaker and the Beatdown and Can't Stop, Won't Stop. So we'll get to see how their matches go after we get through this draft. I think this draft is going to be a lot of fun. This week they're doing the Live the Dream Cube, which is the David McDarby cube that was on MTGO. This was updated a couple of weeks back when it was updated and put on MTGO for the second time.
Yeah, this cube right here, it is definitely what it says. It is Live the Dream.
Yeah.
You think about it, it's in there. It's got all the combos, all the nice control cards, all the nice aggro cards. It is literally Live the Dream. Have fun playing this cube.
It's going to focus mostly on trying to play big, dumb things. It's going to try to play them at either a lower cost or just cheat them out real fast. So I'm real excited to see how this draft goes. I know that there's a few things that HanClinto likes to look for in certain cubes like this. So let's see if he keeps his eyes on those. So here we are in Pack 1. We're getting ready to start. These guys are already, counted all their cards, made sure they got them all, and I'm ready to see how this.
I'm excited. HanClinto, he's definitely likes to draft them combo style decks and kind of control decks. Let's see what kind of stuff he's looking for in Pack 1 here.
Yeah, he looks at that Get Rog monster real quick. The good old Get Wrecked monster.
I like that Electrolyze up front. It's a good control card right off the bat.
Yeah, Electrolyze is one of those underrated cards. Atros, Oracle of Half-Truth, and a Vincer the Sojourner. Vincer's really good. He's also pulled that Steam Vince up front. Steam Vince is, obviously it's a land. It's going to be something that's just going to keep him open if he decides to take it. And it looks like that's going to be the pick.
I mean, that pick's fine. It's definitely going to keep him open, and it keeps him in that combo style deck.
Yeah, we see a Shark Typhoon, a Boros Reckoner. He pulls that Star of Extinction right up front. Talking about combos, Boros Reckoner and Star of Extinction in the same pack.
Yeah.
Rouse Outburst, Prismatic Lens. He's got some choices to make here. Right away, Pack 1, Pick 2. Boros Reckoner, Star of Extinction right up front. He's thinking, how many Boros Reckoner effects are in here? How many Star of Extinction effects are in here? I bet he's thinking about a one shot.
It is, and the thing is if he takes the Star of Extinction now, he's hoping maybe that the Boros Reckoner will come back, or vice versa, whichever one.
Or maybe he'll find something else to go with it. He's really got to think about this, but he is going to go with that Star of Extinction. I applaud him on that pick. Taking your second pick as a 7-mana sorcery is always big business in my book. Look at that, a Fiery Emancipation. Oh my goodness, is that a Stuffy doll?
Look at there. So already paying off.
So he passed the Boros Reckoner, and he gets rewarded with a Stuffy doll. I mean, the question is the Stuffy doll going to get passed?
There's Stuffy dolls that card that it's so hard to deal with. You have to deal with it the turn it comes into play.
That's right. There it is. It's going to be Stuffy doll. Oh man, we've got to see this. Let's see.
Oh.
He's got a Dragon Skull Summit, a Boros Garrison, Jungle Shrine.
Definitely a lot of lands in this pack.
Yeah, there is a lot of lands so far that he's looking at. I can definitely see taking a land in this pack. Even though that Ugin the Ineffable is there, he really... That card is a really good card. I love the card advantage from the +1 because it gives you a pseudo-morph creature that comes back to your hand.
Yeah. The Ugin, I mean, it's twin that's 7 mana, does really well, so why not the 6 mana one?
Right. So Boros Garrison's going to be the pick. That's that bounce land, so maybe he can have fun. I just saw Tybalt's Trickery.
Ooh.
Is it Charm? Shelly, so Shelldock Isle there, Palladium Mirror. So he's got some ramp spells going on, and he's got a Shelldock Isle pulled up front, which is a hideaway, and he's flipping that pretty quick. He says, "I really want this."
Well, the cool thing about the Shelldock is if he reveals Stuffy Doll, and he's got or the Star, and then he can play the Stuffy Doll and just Alpha to do it right then.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's looking at another one of those bounce lands, anything to kind of ramp him up a little bit. He's also looking back at that Karn, Scion of Urza, which is it's a really good 4-mana Karn. That gives you nothing but card advantage also.
4-mana Karn is really good, and
Empowered Augmenter's pretty good too, but I think that's a little bit too much living the dream.
I mean, that's definitely what the cube's about, though.
It is. But I think he's trying to figure out what his dream really is right now. You know, Pack 1's always that way. It's always like, hey, let's take some of the best cards we see being passed around. We do see a little bit of strategy here. We've got Star of Extinction and Stuffy Doll, but so far the rest of his picks have been
Just
lands. Which is
keeping
great.
them open. Just keeping them open.
It really is. I really like that.
He's having a hard time picking this one.
He picked that Azorius Chancery. So he is having a hard time picking. There's just a lot that Karn can do.
And the thing I like about HanClinto right now is he knows how valuable these lands are.
Yeah.
And he's picking them up early, trying to keep his options open. So, you never know. There might be a card he has to have, and, that it's got that land for it already.
Right. So he's looking at an elite guild mage or guard mage.
I think it was guard mage.
He's looking at that, and he's got a Despark pulled up front.
I like the Despark here.
I like the Despark also because that saves his stuff. If he cuts it, it saves his Stuffy Doll.
Yeah, this is a fine cut. You don't if you're on the Stuffy Doll or even the Boris Reckoner playing, if it comes back, I mean, granted, the Despark, you don't want it to hit Stuffy.
Despark's not going to hit the Boris Reckoner.
True.
But it does hit the Stuffy Doll. And right now the Stuffy Doll seems to be, kind of the most important thing for it. Oh, wow. Shivan Meteor. Despise. Unburial Rites. Despise is another one of those cards that could be cut. Orum's Thunder.
Shivan Meteor with Star of Extinction with Stuffy Doll also.
Right. Yeah, there's so many things here. It's keeping the Underground Sea up front. Looks like that's going to be the pick. Underground Sea just gives him another open chance.
Oh, here we go.
This is his opening pack. So this is his pack back. And immediately he looks through it and he goes...
Well, Electrolyze is back in there.
Well, Electrolyze is here. So Electrolyze is going to be the pick. So the next pack is the Boris Reckoner pack.
Come on, baby. Let's see it.
And we see Rouse
He's
Outburst. It's gone.
Looks like someone
It's
might
got a
have
prismatic
picked that one
lens, yeah. But I think he he made the right bet on that because he looked at that Star of Extinction and said, there's a very few amount of these, and there's definitely more of the Stuffy Doll Boris Reckoner style effects. Prismatic Lens is going to be the pick. Again, another piece of ramp. Fiery Emancipation made it back to him. Scalding Tarn made it back also. I see nobody else on the table is valuing lands. So
It doesn't look like it.
It really doesn't. And he's looking at that Fiery Emancipation. That Fiery Emancipation is pretty funny.
Oh, man.
That is living the dream right there.
That is. Fire Emancipation with Star of Extinction with a Stuffy Doll in play.
Yeah.
Just take 60.
Yeah, why not? So he's looking at another bounce land, and that Ugin the Ineffable came back. Ugin getting no respect here at this table. Maybe somebody was hoping it would. Wow.
Is it Charm? Really?
Is it Charm and a Tybalt's Trickery?
Wow.
Okay. Brought back and Jace the Mirror Mage. Jace the Mirror Mage is that's some card advantage.
This card is not terrible. I know it's not the 3-mana drop Jace of Bellerin, and it's not Mind Sculptor, but this Jace is not bad at all.
It's not. And Savor the Moment's going to be the last one. That's the extra turns, but it time walks you. So I'm thinking for these cards so far, for this pack, I really, really like the Star of Extinction and the Stuffy Doll, of course. But I think I'm going to give the honorable mention really to the lands package.
Absolutely. That's what I was thinking myself. He picked up, I think, like 6 lands.
Something like
that. It's paying off. He even got an Izzy Charm late.
Yeah.
So, you can just already tell, like, what kind of deck we're going into. We're going into that combo control-ish style deck here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think lands, Stuffy Doll, and Star are mine. So that the lands, I just want to say probably Azorius Chancery because he took a big step with that one. What do you got?
So I hit Steam Vents right off the rip.
Okay.
He kept his options open real quick, and it just so happened it paid off. And in the later packs, picking up the Star of Extinction, the Stuffy Doll, and then more lands to go with it.
Okay, and then Stuffy and Star for you also.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so back here into pack 2, we've got all kinds of goodies. A Worm Coil Engine. City of Brass and a Harrow. He's going to pull that City of Brass up front real quick. Cloud Blazer just draws him a card. Seize the Spoils. Another bounce land. He's going to pull the bounce land up front. So seize the spoils is to draw some cards.
It's I like that he's still keeping his option with these lands, but I think it's kind of we need to start getting into some nitty gritty picks here. I know it's early in pack 2, but he has some good picks here.
He does.
I personally like him to try to maybe pick up that Worm Coil.
Yeah, maybe.
I know it's a little fetch, but it stops. Yaz is probably going to pick this card up.
Probably, and maybe that's what he's trying to say is, hey, I'm not playing you this week.
Absolutely. Maybe here you go. Here's a little bonus.
And that one should have went to the judge actually, and judge probably would have picked that one. So he's got a lot of choices in this pack right here. So Bone Crusher Giant, Cruel Ultimatum.
Cruel Ultimatum. That's my favorite ultimatum of all of them.
Yeah, and then Apart the Water Veil.
Oh, please pick the Cruel.
So he's looking at that Cruel and that Firemind's Vessel.
Firemind's Vessel's good too.
Firemind's Vessel is very good. And he's probably wondering, if I take this Firemind Vessel, is this Cruel Ultimatum gonna lap?
It's a possibility. It does take.
If I take this Part the Water Veil, is this Cruel Ultimatum gonna lap?
So if he takes the Cruel, I don't think the Vessel laps.
Yeah.
If he takes the Vessel, I think the Cruel possibly may lap.
Yeah, I can see that.
I like taking the Vessel here, hoping the Cruel laps. He doesn't need the Cruel, but the both of them, it's a hard pick. I mean, they're both really good, and get you ahead in card advantage, get you ahead in life, the whole 9 yards. This card does it.
Yeah, he's really thinking hard about this pick. He's got a ton of good cards to look at.
And the Bone Crusher Giant, that deals some more damage.
Yeah, Firemind's Vessel's going to be it.
Yeah, that's a good pick for him. I like that. I think the Cruel may or may not lap, but I'm pretty sure it should lap.
Yeah, I mean, the Firemind's Vessel just gives him that extra bit of ramp. I mean, yeah, it enters the battlefield tapped, but it untaps and taps for 2 colors. Wow, a lot of good cards here, too.
There is a lot of good cards here.
I really like this commit to memory here out of this pack. I see a lot of green cards here. There's not too many that I think I would take over the commit, because I feel like the commit was the strongest card in the pack. It doesn't stand out as like a great pick for the pack, but it's a really strong card. There's Mirari's Wake, Chromatic Ori.
Chromatic Ori is so much fun.
It really is. Baron Talarian Archmage.
It's got a lot of good blue picks in this one.
Captivating Crew. Captivating Crew. He's also got this fetch land, so Sphinx Ambassador.
I mean, that's Lives Some Dream. That's another 7-drop.
Yeah. Oh, choices. Yeah, I think Chromatic Ori is definitely an interesting pick if he decides to go with it. It is a lot of fun to cast, and it's a lot of fun to use. But
It can pretty much cast whatever you want.
It will cast whatever you want. I mean, taps for 5 mana, and you can spend mana as though it were mana of any color, so...
Yeah, the land. I mean, also like the Verdant Catacombs here.
Yeah, Verdant Catacombs just gives him that, that sense of I can go fetch whatever I need. But then again, most of his lands so far are the bounce lands.
Right.
So they don't have a land type, they don't have a basic land type, so he can't really go fetch them out. So I don't think that he's super concerned with that. And he's going to go with the bounce land. That Rakdos Carnarium is a pretty good pick. It goes right in his deck. I mean, it looks like he's definitely teetering on the line of 5 color or 4 color at least. And he might be able to cast anything in those colors.
How many lands is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 5 lands so far.
You just picked up one. Ain't that another 6?
6. Yeah, is this going to be a cube lands deck?
I mean, 10 more, and I don't think he needs another land.
Right.
He has a lot of ramp. So I think he's got 5 lands, maybe it looks like 5. Oh, Elspeth?
Yeah.
2 Elspeths? Wow.
2 Elspeths, a Combustible Gearhawk, Realm Cloak Giant.
There's another land.
We know who Realm Cloak Giant is from the standard cube,
right? Yeah.
That dude's a boss.
That destroys
all
non-giants. Guess who's a giant though in that pack?
Sun Titan.
Doesn't kill him.
No, it won't kill.
Brings back all his predecessors.
Yeah, that's right. He's going to take that Realm Cloak Giant.
I mean, that's a fine pick. I'm gonna wipe the board. I still have.
I'm gonna wipe the board and then cast it next turn, maybe.
Yeah.
Anguished Unmaking up front. Thassa's Intervention. Another Signet. Another land. A Duplicant.
Council's Judgment.
Council's Judgment. That seems like a pretty good card. That double white might make him a little nervous.
Well, he just took a Realm Cloak Giant.
He might have cut it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he could be cutting.
But also, to your note, it is a double white card, so.
Fast as Intervention, that can counter. That can also draw you some cards to get to your combo.
Yeah. And Boris Signet's just another piece of ramp. He's really trying to weigh the measures here, so.
Yeah, the Thassa's intervention. I think he's going to be using that mainly to just draw cards. I want to look at the X cards and draw them.
So he's going to go with that Inspired Ultimatum.
Inspire Ultimatum.
Yeah, that one target player gains 5 life. Inspired Ultimatum deals 5 damage to any target, and then you draw 5 cards.
Wow. That's literally like almost the opposite of Cruel.
Yeah.
And if he gets Cruel, he can do both? Like, how awesome would that be?
I'm really rooting on this Cruel Ultimatum to lap to him.
I hope it does. I hope it pays off.
Yeah, we got a couple more, or another card to see before we get to see if it comes back, I think. Was that in his first? No, that was his second pack.
That was his second pack, I believe.
So yeah, we got a couple of cards to come back. Yeah, there's this deck is very interesting looking. Like, this is right up my alley on things to play.
This is kind of like a mission control deck. Control, combo win.
Yeah. More lands. Wow, Momentary Blink. Another Signet.
I wonder if everyone at the table is picking up that there's no more Signets and no more lands at the table.
Right. Somebody here has been grabbing all the Signets. Who could it be?
Well, we know.
No, yeah, we certainly know.
And he's got that Rakdos Signet right up there. I mean, that goes awesome with that Cruel Ultimatum that's about to lap. He definitely took the Rakdos Signet.
That Rakdos Signet.
He is a ramping fool in this one. Ramping.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got to. So that card right there just kind of
like
seals everything up too. So this is his first pack, and his pack, and he's looking at this going, I don't remember this Gisela being in here.
He's like, how did I miss this? I took a Gruul Signet.
Yeah, I think that seems like a pretty good pick for it. And how did it lap?
I have no idea. This is the ultimatum.
Walk the Aeons, part the water veil, full ultimatum. Oh my goodness!
What? There's another ultimatum in there? Oh, he's probably thinking like, you gotta be kidding me.
He's really gonna. He's stuck on this one. He's like, come on, guys, what's going on at this table?
I mean, you kind of gotta take it though, right?
I mean,
it's either that or another land.
Yeah.
Maybe Walk the Eons.
Yeah, it's got to be the Cruel Ultimatum.
Dude, I hope he gets... That is awesome. It's paying off. Discover and Dispersal.
Yeah, so you surveil 2, then draw a card, and I think it's each player may put a card on the battlefield from their graveyard.
I like this Madcap. Because can't that hurt him?
Oh, the Red Cap. Murderous Red Cap?
Yeah.
Yeah, Murderous Red Cap says...
I mean, he has a lot of non-basics.
Says Persist.
Doesn't it deal damage based off of non-basics? Murderous Red Cap? I think so.
We'll have to look at that.
Yeah, we'll have to look. I think it does, though.
Discovery Dispersal was his pick. Looks like we've got a Baron Talarian Archmage. Captivating Crew, which can steal opponent's car or steal opponent's player or creatures.
Steal opponent's player.
Jeez. Yes. Steal the opponent's player.
Oh, it looks like he's got the Mimic
Yeah, Progenitor Mimic's going to be the way.
up top.
Seems pretty good.
Future Sight.
Future Sight seems like it'd be pretty fun.
Especially when you flip a Cruel Ultimatum off the top.
Yeah. Future Sight looks like it's going to be it.
And then he gets the creature Future Sight on legs.
Wow. Yeah, Magus of the Future and then Itali. So that's going to do it for pack 2. I think out of this pack, we saw a lot of wild stuff. I really like that Vessel. The Firemind's Vessel was a pretty good pick. That Cruel Ultimatum lapped right around, so that's going to be my second favorite card out of this pack. And I like the Commit to Memory.
Yeah, the Vessel is by far, I think, my favorite pick. I mean, that was a very tough decision for him. It paid off, like you said, with the Cruel Ultimatum coming back. And then he also got the Inspired Ultimatum.
Yeah, absolutely. That Inspired Ultimatum is going to be pretty good if he gets to pull that off.
Absolutely. I mean, both of those cards together can just hands down win a game. So, and if they don't win the game right then, they definitely put the advantage in your favor when you cast them.
Yeah.
And he's got all those different land types and all those different lands. There's bounce lands, there's signets. He's going to be able to cast a lot of these spells, with shouldn't be too very hard. Hopefully he's able to start working in more of a some control aspect cards.
Yeah.
And get in there that way, the way this combo can just go off.
Yeah, I can see a couple more cards that he might be looking for. Hedron Archive right up front. Wow. So this is pack 3. Yeah, a Mole Drifter.
Is that a Mole Drifter?
Fiend Artisan, Mirror Battlesphere, Hero of Precinct 1. That could go right along. Elish Norn. Cavalier of Gales.
Gales? That's a good one.
Yeah. It is a good one. He's got a little bit of a choice here to make.
Yeah, he does.
So the Inscription's a pretty good card.
Inscription counters, right? You can pick it up to multiple times? No. Turn up to 2 target creatures, scry 2, and something else.
Create a XX.
Oh, that's right.
So Hedron Archive. I like this card. It's more ramp and more card draw.
It's a fine pick.
And there's more card draw right there at the top.
Wow, hello green players.
Yeah, no doubt. Green is going to be getting...
He gets another signet.
Wow, he can get a... Is it signet?
I mean...
Or a Volk? Which one's the strong suit here? Or that Shatter Skull Smashing? I mean, that seems like it could be a pretty good card in this crazy deck that he's got going on.
I think the Volcanic Island will come back.
Yeah, maybe that or the Signet.
And then Ancestral Visions too, to help you draw some more cards.
Yeah, I don't think that the Volcanic or the Is It Signet should come back.
It shouldn't.
But it probably
definitely
will.
Not the Signet. The Signet definitely won't come back, I don't think. I believe that Volcanic will probably wheel. I wouldn't put it past anyone not to take it.
But I don't think that Shatter Skull Smashing will.
It's not. Yeah, that Shatter Skull Smashing is not going to wheel, in my opinion. But he's going to take the Volk. He's going to take a gamble on it. He's going to take
the Volk, and we're going to move right on along.
But is that a Zealous?
Zealous Conscripts, Faithless Looting, Silent Blade Uni.
More signets.
Another Signet.
Inferno Titan. Right to the top.
Ethereal Valkyrie, Milliken,
Whirlwind
Denial. Boy, you picked that up real quick. Ooh, Counterspell. Divine Visitation. The only thing I would do with Divine Visitation is cut it.
I
like this Mizzix Mastery too, man.
Divine
and he's going to take the Counterspell.
Yeah, of course.
That's a pretty...
Thank you, HanClinto.
Pretty good choice.
Mr. Control likes that.
Yes. Persephorus approves also.
I'm I'm not mistaken, doesn't the Swan says whenever it deals damage, you draw cards? Whenever it receives damage, its controller draws X amount of cards?
I don't know, but the Spite Mare is another stuffy doll.
Is it really?
Yep.
I did not know that. Actually, that's because it's red. I don't play with red cards.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I play
it's
with blue
white
cards.
too.
I play with blue cards.
It's white too. Precursor Golem, Collective Effort, Pull from Tomorrow, draw them cards.
Yep. Get that
Draw,
combo.
draw. Get that combo. Collective Defiance. Another Signet. Clever Impersonator.
That can be a stuffy doll, if I'm not mistaken.
It can be a stuffy doll. You have a 2 for stuffy doll. Or a doubled up Sprite Mare. Collective Defiance. It's going to be the pick.
This is the Angel pack.
And the Planeswalker pack.
He's like, oh my gosh.
And we got
what are
a
y'all
Kazmina.
doing to me?
Oh, wow. Toralf seems pretty good in this deck. So does Ralzeric. Misty Rainforest seems all right.
Misty go gets that Volk he decided to draw. Pick
Yeah,
up.
it does. Wow, such a hard choice here.
It's a very hard choice. I think he's just going to go, you know what? I'm sticking with this.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's see if this
one of them
Ralzeric.
comes,
Let's see if this Ralzeric comes back. If the Ralzeric comes back, if then he's definitely in a different spot. Double Vision, Blasphemy. Oh my goodness!
Holy cow!
This is where it gets really confusing for him and really hard.
Oh, and he's
Because-
got the bounce land to go with it. Like
Because he's got everything here that he can just dream of. he's in such agony. HanClinto,
this is another hard pick.
We do not envy you right now.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe it, brother. There ain't none of them that's going to be wrong at this point. Either one of them are fine picks.
Yeah, but Blasphemous Act can win, but so can Double Vision. Double Vision's, I mean, it's pretty good, pretty good. Night Veil Spectre, Colligan's Command, Ragaran Triumph. So, if they kill one of his creatures, like his Spite Mare or something, he can put it back in his hand. He can also maybe discard it to something and get it back. He's also got Escape the Wilds in there. Like, there's so much going on. Yeah, I agree with you right there, Mr. HanClinto. This is definitely between the land and the Colligan's Command. It's a hard choice. It's a hard choice.
I mean, I know the land puts him right in his colors, but he's got so many of them bounce lands. You're going to be cycling that land a lot more than I think you are by bouncing it.
Yeah.
I think I personally would like the command in this point. Yeah, I think that's a better call because he's got so many bounce lands. If he happens to have that.
But with that cycling land, like you play it on turn 1 tapped, you untap, play your bounce land, float a mana, put it back in your hand.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
and then cycle it
later on if you need
turn.
to. Right, you can bounce it
that
back.
Inscription of Insight came back to him. He's looking at it. It looks like it could be the card that he decides to go with. Cavalier Gales, though, that's pretty good. And the hero of Precinct 1 coming back is really interesting in my eyes because this cube, you want to play multicolors. And that card just makes a bunch of dudes when you play multicolors. But the Inscription of Insight is going to be the card that he chooses. Shatterskull Smashing made it back to him, and so did that Ancestral Vision.
Yep.
So
now this is just a matter of, do you want to try to win or do you want to try to draw it? That's this decision. Am I trying to
I
have multiple ways to win, or am I trying to draw my win?
I think the Shatterskull Smashing can also be played as a land, so I think that's probably... Yeah, I think that gets the way over on
yeah, it's. I mean,
card
it's
choice
it's a fine.
Mystic's Mastery made it back to him.
I like those cards that have the land as
Yeah, going with that Mystic's Mastery is really good. Looks like Mirror March, Swan, Mnemonic Dulge.
The source would deal damage to Swan's board to prevent that damage. The controller draws cards equal to the damage prevented. That can allow you to draw into your...
It can. So, Swans of Bryn Argol or Mnemonic Deluge. Mnemonic Deluge is pretty interesting. And the Mirror March is pretty interesting, too.
Looks like he's going to go with the Deluge.
All right. Do you want to draw a bunch of cards?
I kind of like the Hydra Crixus here. I mean, I know he's not in green, really.
Yeah, he's really not in green.
It's only one green, and then he's got all them different signets.
Yeah. Oh, Ralzeric.
Ralzeric came back, without a question.
Yes. What did he take over that Ralzeric? Was that the Misty? I think it was the Misty Rainforest. And then the Mirari Conjector was the last pick. So I think for this pack, I'm really liking the Spite Mare. I like the Double Vision pick. And I think that, even though it was late between the Shatterskull Smashing and the Ralzeric, I think the Shatterskull, the Ralzeric was just awesome that it wheeled to him. But I think the Shatterskull is going to be a strong card.
Yeah, the Ralzeric was one of my picks. I'm glad it got to wheel to him because I think that card can help you get into that point of winning the game, draw you a bunch of cards. Also, I like the Whirlwind Denial. I know my name's Mission Control, but every now and then there's just one or two cards that they're just like, oh hey, by the way, I have this that stops you. And you're like, nope. And so I like that. And then my next pick was, I know he picked it early, it was Misty Rainforest, but it led up into everything else, and now he's got some stuff he can work with.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited to see what he does with this, and I'm really excited to see how he navigates this into a deck, and then really what he gets to do with it. So,
I mean, he's got a lot of bounce lands. He's got a lot of combo pieces.
Yeah.
Some draw spells. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think so. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe. If you want to see the full list of this cube, make sure you check out in the description below. And we'll catch you guys later on in the matches.
See ya.